Hi everyone, Sarah Piddington here, the safety chick. Today we're talking about stress in the workplace, and I have some questions that are being asked to me by a concerned manager.
So we hear a lot about stress in the workplace. What's the actual definition of stress in relation to work?
The Health and Safety Executive have written a definition which says stress is the adverse reaction that people have to excessive pressures or other types of demands that are placed upon them at work.
How big a problem is stress in the UK?
Good question. The problem of stress in the UK is massive, as I would say. The Health and Safety Executive reported that for the 2012 year, 428,000 people were off work with stress. That's 40% of all work-related illnesses, which was just under 1.1 million. So it is a major problem in the UK, and yet it's a problem that businesses don't want to talk about. It's also a problem that people don't want to talk about, especially men. People seem to feel that admitting that they're stressed at work is a sign of weakness, and it really isn't. We have stressors placed upon us these days that we didn't have 50 years ago. We work hours that people weren't necessarily working 50 years ago. You're never offline. There's always an iPhone ringing or a BlackBerry. Saying you're stressed, it can be hard to admit and discuss it, but talking about it is the best way forward.
As an employer, what should I be doing to minimise the effects of stress on my staff?
First thing you need to do is get management commitment. Without your managers being committed, you've got no hope of reducing stress. Middle management and line management are your most important line of attack. Your managers must understand that people suffering from stress are undergoing a lot of physical and physiological effects. Now, they do have an adverse reaction, an adverse effect on health, and it's everyone's responsibility to help tackle it. Senior managers can help write policies like a stress policy, but it's up to the management, midline normally, that implement it. It can be a simple one-pager, your stress policy. All it needs to do is tell your staff that you recognise that stress is a workplace issue and that as a business you're committed to identifying the stressors and reducing them. You must, in your stress policy, make the responsibilities clear. Managers have specific responsibilities, as do H&S, human resources, safety representatives, and each individual employee. You must assess the risks that are facing your business. Now, when I'm talking about risks that face your business, it's very business dependent. It could be that you have staff that work long hours. They might work unsociable hours if they're in a bar. They might have a lot of business travel requirements if they're a consultant or a line manager that travels. Business development, workload, bullying, harassment, long working hours, all of these things contribute to stress. So the next thing you should do when you find out what the stressors are is make up a stress action plan. So in brief, communicating with your staff should always be the first step. If you haven't done that yet, go and do it and then follow it up with risk assessments. So thank you very much for these great questions. If anyone needs further support on this, please contact me via the details at the end of this video. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.
The safety chick.